Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. When Little Richard entered the music scene in the 1950s, he did so with a flamboyance, charm and musical talent that broke barriers in the world of rock and roll. Yet hidden far from the spotlight was a struggle many devoted fans didn't see. The new documentary, Little Richard, I Am Everything, which is now available for streaming, explores the artist's impact on rock and roll and his enduring musical legacy along with his inner struggles to embrace both his Christianity and his identity as a gay man. Lisa Coates, the film's director, said she decided to participate in a documentary about the black icon's life after reading about all the amazing people that he connected with throughout his life and the influence he had exerted around the world at the time of his death in 2020 at age 87. I felt like, wow, you know what? It's crazy that no one's ever done a story on him, Coates said, after being presented with the opportunity to take part in the project by film producer Liz Yale Marsh. Coates said she joined the team in July 2021. Those featured in the film include music giants such as Billy Porter, John Waters, Mick Jagger and Tom Jones. Coates, who is the executive producer of the 2009 film Precious and the Primetime Emmy Award winner, said she learned intimate details about Richard's life by reading his authorized biography, The Life and Times of Little Richard, which he called a great initial source to hear in his voice the monumental moments that stood out in his career. What Coates finds most compelling about Little Richard's story, she said, is his explosive and so original music, but also the complicated life that he had swinging between the secular and the profane. He is such a complex character, but he's also a persona that is in conversation with now as we look at gender fluidity and a variety of ways of expressing ourselves. Coates said, Little Richard was born Richard Wayne Pennyman in 1932, one of 12 siblings raised in Macon, Georgia. He was first introduced to gospel music in Pentecostal churches, and as a teenager he was kicked out of the house by his father for being gay. Little Richard broke out with his 1955 song Tutti Frutti, followed by hits like Sleeping and Sliding and Good Golly Miss Molly, all of which were often energetic and playful with sexual undertones. Despite his musical success, Little Richard often struggled with reconciling the secular music lifestyles, his queerness and his religious belief. At the height of his career in 1957, during a show in Australia, the singer announced he was leaving rock and roll and went on to attend Oakwood College, a theological school in Huntsville, Alabama, now known as Oakwood University, where he studied and performed gospel music. He released King of the Gospel Singers album in 1961. Little Richard's journey back and forth between rock and roll and Christian music continued throughout his music career, including when he returned to the secular arena with Little Richard is Back and There's a Whole Lotta Shaking Going On in 1964. Throughout the 1970s, Little Richard struggled with drug use, traveled back and forth between Christian music and secular music, and at times denounced homosexuality and once said, if God can save an old homosexual like me, he can save anybody. In a 1982 interview, he told David Letterman that he had been gay all his life, but that God had let him know that he made Adam be with Eve, not Steve. Following his secular music hiatus, Little Richard released Great Gosh Almighty in 1986, included in his album Lifetime Friend, and re-entered the world of performing. He went on to release other albums, including a Disney children's album called Shake It All About in 1992. He also made film and television appearances, often with his signature motto, Shut Up. He announced his retirement in 2002 and gave a final interview in 2017 to a Christian broadcaster where he shared how much God had changed his life. I'm so glad that I know Jesus, he said at the event. The story of Little Richard's life has elements that resonate with today's viewers. Coates said, thanks for watching, like, share and comment.